Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I want to talk about a show called Undercover Boss. So I saw it on YouTube like yesterday, 2 days ago, when Big Craig, you guys know I watch him. He made a video about it, and I watched like the first 10 minutes of the video, and I'm not gonna lie, that first Undercover Boss pissed me off. Okay, so like basically Undercover Boss. They go in, right? Like the boss goes in, they fake being like a new trainee or like a new employee or whatever, right? And then in this episode, she came in saying that they're filming a TV show and she wants to own a restaurant and blah blah. Actually, that's not really that important. Why is people calling me every time I'm recording? Then when she went on a fake when she went in as like a new fake trainee, right? And just went in there, she found her manager and got the manager to like teach her a couple of stuff. And the manager while teaching her stuff, he taught her all the new things that she should do while he was venting to her, saying how much he hates customers because sometimes let's be honest, customers are very annoying and entitled and stuff like that. Which is, honestly, it makes sense for them to be entitled because, you're paying them to do the job. But, at the same time, when he complains about, customers and shit, it's very relatable, honestly. And, that's what I thought at least. And I also hated customers too when I was the one serving them because, honestly, they do some pretty annoying stuff. I won't get into that, but especially but what's the worst thing is that when they bring kids in, because the kids make a mess and stuff, right? Make a mess of the place, just makes the whole restaurant more hectic than it has to be. So this guy also said how he hates both he hates old customers and kids, which personally I don't think old customers are that bad unless they're teaching there's technology involved. But even then, when there's technology involved, older customers aren't that bad because the older customers, I think they're not that bad is because I feel like they give you an excuse to do something easy when they ask for help. So it's like a good excuse to sort of slack off, I guess. So I don't think it's that bad. You gotta look at the bright side sometimes. But the kids, nah, the kids are the worst. Yeah, I completely agree with that dude. With that one episode, right? Like kids are actually terrible. They always make a mess and stuff. They're always loud, running around, playing around, just getting in the way really. Lack of discipline obviously from the parents. And you know, they also don't want their kids just running around at home, so they thought, yeah, let's bring them outside so they can run around in a restaurant instead, which is not really safe, quite frankly. It's kind of dangerous, but whatever. I'm not the parent, so whatever. I don't care, I guess. But either way, later on, after watching him complain and stuff, the mate basically just watching the manager vent about how much he hates his job, how much he doesn't get paid enough to do this shit, and how basically just vents to the fake trainee, the CEO, right, without them actually knowing it's the CEO, while simultaneously teaching the CEO what she has to do. And I think I personally I do think it's a good thing to tell trainees how you feel when you're training them because I feel like it gives them a heads up of what kind of terrible or annoying customers that they might potentially face, right? I feel like it's very a good thing to keep them prepared so they won't be like, what the fuck, this customer is an asshole, and then they go crazy, right, and start swearing at the customer or something, you get it. I don't think venting. I think venting is a sort of way of giving them a heads up, so I don't think it's too bad. And how much despite how much the manager hates customers and stuff like that, right? He wasn't even rude. He would just hate on the inside, you know, and whatever they asked for, he would still do it. So there, there's not really a problem with what he does or the way he does things. I feel like for the company at least. But then like this is Undercover Boss at the end of the video, at the end of the show, the CEO with the horrible disguise, the fake hair dye, whatever. He goes, "Oh, I'm not actually Rachel. I'm the CEO of blah blah blah," and then they say like, "Oh, I can't believe he doesn't like serving customer. It's really important, like blah 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 stuff like that, right?" Like obviously we know it's important. Everybody knows customers are important to a business. Like everybody knows that. Like they know it's important. Like, why do you think they're only doing this? Like, why do you think they're only this manager is only venting to you, a trainee, instead of an actual customer? Because it's not gonna change anything, right? Like, it's not rocket science, lady. It's not that hard to understand, right? You don't need a business diploma to understand that customers are important to a business. Like, it's not difficult. And then like I hate how she goes, "Oh, I don't like the fact that you're doing that," or "I don't like the fact that you don't like customers." Like even though that guy, he was never rude to the customers. Like yeah, he hated him. He hated the customers, but like he was never rude to them. And so that's my main point, right? He wasn't rude to them, and he wasn't like making customers leave and stuff. So it shouldn't be a problem, right? But she was going off on how like she's disappointed and blah blah blah, and then like you never even worked in his you don't even know what it's like to be in his job position, dude, lady. Like what are you babbling on about? Like what do you know? You can preach about, "Oh, we should love our customers," and stuff like that as much as you want, but you're not the one dealing with them, okay? You don't know what it's like. And like as long as he's not making like the company lose customers, then I don't it doesn't really matter. I didn't really finish the show because it pissed me off. She pissed me off. The CEO pissed me off so much that I just stopped watching. Because her arguments are dumb as fuck. And then like okay, but seriously though, like what I really don't like about this show, despite only watching like a few minutes of it, is that I don't like the fake being a newcomer and stuff like that. Like you're going into a job, and then when the manager like gives you solid advice, like very real advice to actual employees, gives them a heads up and stuff, and then like they obviously accidentally vent sometimes, and they only vent to employees. They don't even vent to the customers because like what's the point, right? So they vent to the employees, or I guess this fake employee, thinking that they're there to work and you should give them a heads up of what the people are like. And then these CEOs being fake employees get them to vent and shit, and then they don't like the way they don't like the things that they said about the customers because it's on TV. So they fire them. And then like maybe or something like that, right? Maybe not fire them, but like shit like that. It's like kind of manipulative, right? Like you just lie to their face, telling them, "Oh, you're a new trainee, you're here for a job, blah blah blah," and then like that's not actually the truth. It's kind of scummy, like a betrayal. Like, "Oh, this person's completely new, doesn't know about the job. Oh, I'll teach them what they have to look out for, like very horrible customers and stuff like that." And then boom, I'm actually the CEO, and I don't care. And I don't care that you don't do your job properly. And I don't care that you're getting paid minimum wage. You cannot not like our customers. I don't care if you're rude. I don't care if you're not rude to them. You cannot not like your customers. I will blah 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 fire you blah blah blah. Like whatever, stuff like that. And I feel like that's really scummy. It's like you're just lying to your own employees, and then like after they tell you the truth, you're like, "Well, fuck you. I don't like your opinion. You're fired." Like it's like you telling your friend, like you're opening up to a stranger, telling them, "Oh, my entire family died last weekend. It was murdered by a psychopath running around with a knife," and then he's like, oh yeah, I did that. It's like, what? You know? Like a random stranger comes up to you, asks, hey, why are you sad? And then you open up to him, tell him why you're sad. And then he goes, oh yeah, I'm the reason. And like, what the fuck? You know? Type of shit. And I know there's like some people like to argue, like, okay, if he hates his job that much, he could just get a new job. Like, do people realize how stupid that argument sounds? Like, hello, if finding a new job that he likes, or like the that you would like, was that easy, what do you think he would even be there working? Like, of course not. If he could, if it's that easy to find a job that he actually likes, then why would he work at this job that he doesn't like? It doesn't make any sense. It's like saying, oh, you're homeless, just buy a house. Like, what are you talking about? It's dumb. A stupid argument. It's like, if you don't like the job, oh, if you could find a job that I actually like, if I could find a job that I actually like, then I would work at the actual job that I actually like instead of here if I hate it. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, of course, it's also fair that clearly he doesn't like the job, so it doesn't suit him. But you gotta make ends meet somehow. But like, yeah, that's pretty much it for the show. It really pissed me off. I didn't like it. I think it's really scummy how these CEOs pretend to be fake trainees just to lie to your employees. And then when the employees open out about issues and stuff like that, the CEOs don't actually give a fuck. And because like their company is on live TV, right? On TV, not live, but like on TV, on a TV show, they have to act all like corporate, right? They have to act all like, what's the word? They have to act like they actually, they have to act like they're this like really good people, so like the company doesn't lose its face. And I hate that. It's so scummy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye bye.